Well, hello again. I want to talk about something really quickly. I want to thank somebody who sent me something at PayPal. Oh, I wish I can look back and see your initials so I can say your initials of your first name, just so I can put it in here. But I'm in a place where I can't look at the PayPal to see who the name was that sent it. But I received a PayPal. I saw it today. I saw it this morning. And I do know a person sent put in a comment section under not my I don't know which video it was, but she put in my comment section my PayPal information, and she was like, "Surely I'm not the only one who wants to send donations." I always say that's fine. I really um, because I don't really take this YouTube that seriously. I just kind of upload videos when I have something to say. I never think about posting financial information, or things like that. But yeah, I'll just put it. I'll just put the PayPal information in the description. I'll try to remember to do that on every video. Just so if somebody wants to send donations, they can. Um, but yeah, thank you. I wish I could see your name, but I'm not in a place where I can look at your name to at least say the initials. But I do know I got a donation shortly after somebody mentioned that in my comment section, though. Um, but anyway, I want to talk about is Beyonce, is Bey finished? Well, you already know. I mean, like I say, that person that supposedly is Beyonce. It's like that's a different lady. Like this is a different person altogether. That's how I felt about Dave Chappelle. When he went away, and supposedly he went to Africa for a while because somebody offered him a $50 million deal and he turned it down. I forgot the reason why, but I know he turned it down. And he had his own show, and he went to Africa, and that's the last people heard of him. People try to make it seem like he went crazy. He came back to me, he looked like a different person. He looked thicker to me. He looked different in the face. And he just didn't seem like the same person. I have never seen one thing by this new Dave Chappelle ever since he came back. Not one thing. I can't do it. This man is just clearly, to me, is not him. It's like, it's literally seems like a different person. The man looked thicker to me. Now, he looked thicker. Not even as in fat, he looked thicker. And I know people can gain weight, but this just seemed like a different person altogether. Same way I feel about this so-called Beyonce. There's some ways that this person can favor, but this just ain't her. It's a completely different person. Like, when I talked about that video called Crazy in Love, when did it come out? I don't know if it came out 2005 or whenever it came out. But it showed her, it showed her in this car, in the car burning up. The car like blowing up, went up in flames while she was in the car trying to fight to get out. And then when the car went up in flames, you saw Jay-Z and this other lady with all this makeup on and this fierce looking hair and this kind of, I guess, fur coat or whatever she had on. Obviously, that could have been Sasha Fierce looking like Beyonce, you know. And so, yeah, so that's when they got rid of the original person that was Beyonce and replaced her with another energy. Yeah, that happened a long time ago. They killed her, but this is a different body. Like, this is a different body. You know what I mean? It's like beyond putting her being in the sunken place and something else possessing her body. I don't know what they did with her body is. Maybe she just sitting out something. Maybe she got to, they letting her sit out for a while. Something going on if she not in the grave, okay, like if her real body is not in the grave. But this lady that I saw at the awards, that ain't her. Now everybody talking about how her skin is lightened. Oh, let me talk about the awards really quickly. Okay, so when I listened to Jay-Z make his speech, I was looking at, I wanted to hear certain people review it to see their take on it. And I heard Storm Monroe a couple of days ago review Jay-Z's speech. He talked about how I don't want to embarrass this young lady. Like in Jay-Z's speech, he talked about how I don't want to embarrass this young lady. And Storm was like, that he's saying, oh, that's just disrespectful. Why is he saying this young lady and that's his wife? Why don't he say Beyonce or something? He just say this young lady. I'm thinking to myself, because I don't comment, on people's videos, really, I'm thinking to myself, it's because that ain't Beyonce. It's another young lady. That's not Beyonce. That's why he said that. Okay? Then, towards the end, he says just in life in general. I mean, he went on the whole spiel about, Beyonce not getting album of the year. Okay, everybody talk about that. I don't know if I care. I don't know if I care, because if Jay-Z is making a big deal out of something, it's because it's probably going to put more money in his pockets than it might Beyonce's. Okay, so I don't know if I care about that, And if Jay-Z is passionate about something, it has something to do with money, because he is a businessman, right? So it might have something to do with money. I don't know. That part, everybody's already talked about it. This is what I want to say. He talked about in life, show up. In life, just show up. Even if you don't get what you want to get. So, see, he didn't want to say even if you don't get album of the year. That would have been too obvious. So he just said, in life, just show up. Even if you don't get that position. Even if you don't get this and this and this. Just keep going and keep going and keep going until one day they recognize you, and just keep going and going and going. Just show up. And I said, wait a minute, this sounds kind of personal. He said, just forget the Grammys. I said, wait a minute, when you say forget the Grammys, you're going into another space. You're going into another headspace talking about in life, show up. Where did that come from? Where did that even come from? That let me know, okay, that's not Beyonce. It don't matter, because I don't care if that's not Beyonce. I'm not listening. When I know somebody's a fake, I don't take that. I mean, I've been known, like I said, that Beyonce is gone, like they got rid of her and switched out for Sasha Fierce to take over. But at the same time, the real Beyonce would come back every now and then when she wasn't doing a show. But this time, I don't know where Beyonce is. I mean, this is a different person. But yeah, he just said in life, show up. I said, okay, so when he said in life, show up doesn't mean if you don't get what you want, he said, just show up. I said, okay, so she didn't want to come if that person is still alive. If that person is still alive somewhere, she didn't want to come because she did not get album of the year. Because she did not get album of the year, she did not want to come. So they had to get another girl to come that looked like Beyonce. Every time you see a picture of this person, they make sure that this hat is pulled down to shade, like to cover her eyes, to like shade her eyes. But anyway, here's what I want to say. So I titled it, Is Beyonce Over? So I guess she's coming out with some hair care line. I don't keep up with this stuff, but it's a couple of new people that I've been looking at. And she talked about Beyonce's hairline. And she just kind of predicted that Beyonce's hairline, nobody's going to care about it. No, it's like, yeah. Because I want to talk about a dream that I had about Beyonce. I had a dream that, I don't know, I just saw her like high up on the cliff. Imagine the Grand Canyon. And like imagine those kind of rock formations, like it was a huge mountain. I don't know if like you live in hilly areas, like certain parts of California where you're going around curves and there's a bunch of mountains and rocks. Something like that, but she was very high up. Next thing I know, I saw her fall, and she was like hit a big rock and then bounced off that big rock and then hit another rock and bounced off that rock until she went all the way down to the bottom. And then I switched to another scene. I just happened to see it. I don't know why I saw it. I just saw her. I just like, she fell out of nowhere. She fell out of nowhere, and she just hit this rock so hard, and she ain't stay on that rock. That rock knocked her by, like, no, I don't want you to touch me. Get off of me. Like that rock said, get off of me. And then she bounced off that rock and hit another one and bounced off and hit like that. That rock said, I don't want you. Boom, get away. Hit another rock, boom, go away. Like the rock rejected her. But anyway, switch to another scene. I see her laying, she's laying flat. We're in some kind of hospital. And we're laying flat. No, she's laying flat. And I said, hey, Beyonce is, what did I say? I said Beyonce is unconscious. Beyonce is something like, she's unconscious, she's not breathing. I think I said she's unconscious or something. And when I looked in what it looked like the emergency room or whatever, they looked at me and like they looked like they act like they didn't hear a word I said. Like they saw Beyonce. And it's like not like they didn't know who she was. Nobody cares anymore. She's losing her star power. You know why she's losing her star power? Because I don't think she earned that star power. I think she got that star power from taking other people's energy. I mean, word on the spiritual streets is that when some of these celebrities die, like Prince, like Whitney Houston, like Anita, what's her name? Oh my gosh. Aretha Franklin. A lot of folks, she does these type of rituals to pull their energies, and when she have these tours, she performs songs by them and do all this stuff, and she's really pulling their energy. So what I'm saying is, she's losing her star power, and nobody, when she loses her power like that and lose her energy, then she loses her light, and nobody cares about her. Nobody even cares. Okay? And so in this place, it's like, I said, Beyonce's unconscious. She's unconscious. And they looked at me and looked the other way, like they didn't care. That means she's going to lose the Beehive. The Beehive ain't going to last long. I'm going to say this, and then when it's time, I'm going to say why I said it. I remember in 2020, I was staying in Desert Hot Springs in this particular place while I was doing a travel assignment in Palm Springs. Palm Springs, California. It was in the middle of the night when this entity came to me, like I was in between sleep and awake. You know how that happens? And she was turning my hands like she was twisting my wrist or something, like turning my hands inward and like she was twisting my wrist or something. I knew it came from Beyonce, but it wasn't Beyonce the person, it was from Sasha Fierce. Why would Sasha Fierce come to me like that? It wasn't even in a dream. It was in between sleep and awake. She came to me. Why would that energy even know who the hell I was? I know why. I know why. I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to tell the full truth when it's time to do it. I know I'm in another dimension. Right now, I'm in what I would call the afterlife, or purgatory or whatever. I'm talking about this person that's speaking, this particular realm that a lot of people are in. Could be purgatory, this the afterlife, whatever. In this other realm, I was a singer, pretty big star. Something happened, and I'm gonna get into that. Something happened in that realm where, I stopped performing. Stop breathing. Not completely dead, but stop breathing. And so that makes me, I'm gonna say a little bit. That makes me realize what happens to people when they are in comas. It's like, where do they go? Where do their mind go? Because they're not in their body for like months at a time, a week. So when they're in a coma, where do they go? Because they're not in their body. Oh, now I know. I'm here. I'm in a coma, but it's like I'm in my subconscious. I'm right here. Like in this dream while my real body's in a coma. Sasha Fierce came to me because Beyonce's time is short because it's time for me to go back to my life. Me watching this thing play out between Jay-Z and Beyonce was a lesson for the real world where I actually am, because this right here is a dream. This is me, a dream as a result of a particular coma. But anyway, I don't want to go too far into that. And it's not that I don't want to talk about it, it's just people are interesting. People are very, very interesting. And you got to be ready when the whole truth comes out. You almost got to be ready for consequences, because people are very interesting. People are very interesting. Anyway, so I said that to say, I'm about to end this, that Beyonce's finished. And it looked like they finally took her to work on her. I hate to say it's only because it seemed like I gave a crap. It seemed like because I gave a crap, somebody else decided to work on her. So they were like, leave her ass there. And I almost at this, when I think about it, because I didn't know in the dream, that's not where, I didn't think about things like I am now. It's like I wish I hadn't said nothing, just let her die. But at the same time, maybe it's time for that real person to come back to her body and let go of Sasha Fierce. Because like I said in that dream, Beyonce ain't the person. Beyonce, the real person, is not the one who came to me. It wasn't a dream. It was between sleep and awake. That was not a dream. She actually came to me, Sasha Fierce, and attacked. And it's like, why? Nobody knows who I am. Seriously? But you cannot, just because you don't look like something in the physical realm, don't mean you don't look like nothing in the so-called spiritual realm. Sasha Fierce can see me in the spiritual. So Beyonce, the person, ain't come after me. Sasha Fierce did. And so maybe they decided to work on her because Beyonce is going to come back to her body. Eventually. I don't know if I don't think that she's completely dead. Hold on a second. I'm saying. Yeah, I get the feeling she ain't completely dead. I think they finally worked on her because Sasha Fierce is going to be gone. Beyonce is done. Beyonce, the brand, I believe, is done. And the actual Giselle, I think is her name. Her first name. I believe. I could be wrong because I don't study people that much. But that person, I think, is going to come back to herself. And, that's it. And what she does after that, when she comes back, well, I know what's going to happen. I already saw. Am I running out of time? I am. She's going to tell her story. That's what's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to be here to see it. It's time for me to go back. And that's why Sasha Fierce came after me. Sasha Fierce knew her time was up using Beyonce, and this entity can never use anybody else the way she used Beyonce, ever. Anyway, that's it. I'll talk later.